and so thrilled to be back with interview number 3. I guess we should be putting a number on interview number 3. And I have Riny Ledgerwood here. And we are all about empowering women and helping everyone find the voice. Hello, Riny. How are you doing this evening? Today, I'm evening. Your afternoon.
Hi, yeah, it's afternoon in San Diego. It's so good to see you.
So you're in San Diego. I'm in Canada near Toronto. 3 hours difference. And that's why I always, what am I supposed to say? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And it could be anywhere in the world because the way you and I met is only because this wonky world got the gift from COVID that we had to go online. And I'm just so thrilled. I am just going to let you take it away here for a second, Riny, if you don't mind, just to say a little bit about you're retired and where did you retire from and what are you up to these days?
Yes, at the end of 2019, I retired from San Diego State University. I worked as IT director there for 30 years.
Hey, that's pretty neat. How many women do we get to meet that went through that glass ceiling and that women actually got recognized for IT? Woo!
Yes,
You did it.
I love my job, and but as much as I love my job as IT director, something was missing. There's something deeper than that. So when I retired, I decided to pursue that passion of helping women, and to find a greater purpose. I think all of us need that. There's something deeper inside us that is longing for that thing that can fulfill our deepest desire. And that's exactly what I did. And I didn't know at first what I wanted to do. And I keep doing different things, always, even if you know sort of what you wanted to do, it's not always clear.
Mm-hmm.
You need to find clarity. And I just keep going. I think the most important thing in this lesson is that even when you don't know what you want to do, you continue going. Take the next step. Take
That's
the
what I
next
call it when we figure out what we're going to be when we grow up. Because the real joy of adding these years on our lives. I mean, 30 years is IT and I've been 40 years at financial planning and we've got all these decades of wonderful experiences. And sure, I know that we've both cried and I know we've both laughed. But at the end
Absolutely.
of the day, we still have something more. And so you retired, but you didn't really retire. You retired from that work and started reinventing yourself. That's what I see. What was
Absolutely.
that journey to reinventing?
Well,
Who's in?
I didn't know what I wanted to do. In fact, in the beginning, I started doing e-commerce, all kinds of stuff like that. I was familiar with because that was IT related. Until
Uh,
finally, I had to. It's like trial and error. You do something, you said, "Nah, that's not it." You go to the next thing, to the next thing, and finally, I started blogging for women, and then um, I did the certification program to become a life coach. It's a dream
oh,
builder coaching program, and I am a dream builder coach. And then
okay.
I wrote a book. I wrote a book for women, and it's called "You Deserve It." So I
Oh, I
published
love it.
that. Yes, I did. I have a published book. So I'm an author also.
You need to put that on your bio because with all of my interviews, what we do is take the bio and make sure it goes into the website as well. So it becomes, yeah. So
Yes,
remember to do that because, we have to celebrate woman. It's been a hard run. How long? 100 years ago, 150 years ago, we were still pieces of property without a vote. Like, oh, wow. And to me, I love being on Zoom and meeting the way we do and just celebrating how far we've come. And that has been on the shoulders of our mothers that gave us the guts to get up and do what we're doing today.
I think women oftentimes underestimate ourselves, our capability, and we oftentimes think of ourselves as being an underdog. And I remember working in the IT environment. That's a male dominated environment, especially at that time. So that's one of the reasons why I feel so passionate about helping women to move forward.
And so you and I met in social media. And I said, well, I don't know if everybody calls it that. They sure know about Facebook and Zoom. Zoom got celebrated with COVID, thank goodness. But we met here on social media, and we have regular Zoom meetings now through your coffee club as well. And it's just wonderful because with Coffee Club, you've started building community. How has that been working? Like, how do you make a community? People are going to say, "Yeah, Zoom. I hate Zoom. I'm not going on Zoom." I've heard them, and they don't understand that we can come out of our loneliness, we can come out of our boredom, we can come out of so many things, meeting other brilliant women that are just so curious and we want to be connected. How has community worked out with your venture?
Yes, thank goodness for social media. In the beginning, I started with the Facebook Messenger. So I just keep adding names, one name at a time. It's like one person. When you want to make a difference, you do it one person at a time. That's exactly what I did. I didn't have the Facebook group at the time. I started with Facebook Messenger, one women at a time, and we started. In fact, in the beginning, we were just taking turn. It was very few women in there, so we were taking turn doing presentation, and eventually, as through referral through women in the group telling other friends to join, and they kept adding names to the group, and the group became bigger and bigger, and eventually it was becoming more cumbersome, difficult to manage because how do you put your announcement? Because the message keeps scrolling. Everything you
Yes,
put there, it keeps scrolling.
it's disappeared.
So yes, and then so I decided to create a Facebook group, and that becomes kind of official that I created a Facebook group. It becomes easier to manage because now I can add people, I could invite people, I could create events, I could post announcement. It makes it more formal that way, and then the group just keep growing. Now we have like 275 people in the group. So, and it's to provide a safe space for women to share and inspire each other and learn from a different presenter each week. So we have a regular meeting on Thursday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific, and
Which is
but
10 a.m. Tirana.
but this is a global community, and I invited different coaches from different topics, really, including health and wellness, personal development, relationship, you name it, financial literature. I mean, literacy, not literature. I'm sorry.
Literacy.
Yes, literacy. And any kind of topic that could help women, that would empower women. And I think the platform is not only to share different coaches' expertise, but also it's a training ground for the newcomer, new coaches who wants to try out to speak in front of an audience, because it's a friendly audience, it's a safe space. So somebody who don't used to do public speaking, they can come on the platform and present, because we're like a group of friends. You're talking to a group of friends.
That's the bingo, isn't it? That is the bingo. So many people don't understand how to create a group that actually becomes friends. My Toastmaster club, for instance, many of us that hung around, we've been in it for a number of years. And once or twice we thought, oh, maybe it's going to have to close down. We looked at each other and said, no, we love each other. We love this group. It's not going anywhere. So then we pick ourselves up and off we go again. And once we get past ourselves, I think it's the whole idea of trying to resist, and we can't resist change. It happens to all of us. It happens. We're changing every breath we take. We don't notice that, but we notice it over a period of time. And we have to embrace change and be flexible and say we're okay. Like we have to be that oak tree or the willow tree that we're rooted. We're okay. And when trauma happens, when terrible things happen, just hang in and lean into each other. And we've been there for each other. We've had people that have been hurting in that group. And come to tears, because we can still be touching each other that much, even through Zoom. I think
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
incredible. It's incredible. What else did I have in here? Yes, the great direction of your life
Can
and
I say
providing
something?
space. You certainly can.
I think a lot of us, as we get into this stage of our lives, in my case, retirement, same thing with Sandra here, we want to make an impact, right?
Mm.
And and sometimes I would think, I'm doing the coffee club. I don't see the impact. If here we have the meeting every week, but I don't really like how is this affecting people. But you know what? That's not my job to figure out. Just like when you go to the gym, right? You go every day and you don't notice any difference. But 6 months later, you may see a muscle popping up here and there, right? So it's not my job to know what the impact is, because if I impact one person, you're making an impact one person at a time. That is worth it to me. And it
It
doesn't
is.
matter the impact, whether I can see it or not. I know it's there, because people who, if some of the women would say they miss it, they actually look forward to Thursday morning. They actually have that on their calendar. That's where they're going to go on Thursday morning. So, sometimes I think the main thing is that for all of us is that we want to provide a service that benefit others, regardless whether you can see the result right there or not. Just your job is to share and plant the seed, and that's it. And
And because you do such a fine job of facilitating as well, you're very structured, but it doesn't feel structured. So, yes, we open on time. You say, oh, it's on time. We're going to open the meeting. You make your little announcement about who you are and what the club is about. And then you invite the presenter to just briefly introduce. If they carry along too far, you'd very gently say, okay, but we want to know about this part. Because what you're doing with that is training others how to facilitate, do it tactfully, do it lovingly, and still recognize that there's time for everybody to speak. And then you state right at the beginning, after the presenter's gone, maybe for the half hour, the last half hour is for everybody in the group. And you state that, okay, we want to hear from everybody in the group. So we hear that, like, don't keep on talking forever and ever and ever. Don't take 20 minutes when there's only 30 left. And if that's the case, learning how to just nip in there at the right time that's not offensive. And so these skills are what you and I have both developed over decades. And not everybody has that skill and that communication training that is so important into moving a meeting along and bringing in value. And I can see every time we're at Coffee Club, people being touched and learning. And you're right, we don't know when, I've been doing my daily lives for 2.5 years. And I said, I like doing them. I guess I'm doing them for myself because I don't hear a lot back. But people said, no, 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 no. Sometimes they get in there and comment, oh, that I needed to hear that today. Or others say, I listen for you every day. I missed you when you're not there, which I only missed 5 days between Christmas and New Year's this year. That was it. That's
you're
it.
so right. You're so right. We want to help others. We want to inspire others. But you know what? I get inspired more probably. I learn so much from each presenter myself. And not only that, I watch the growth. You can see members. Look at Binta. Look at some of the other ones. You could see their growth. And it's so amazing. In the beginning, she was so shy. Look at her now. There's so many example on the
And
platform.
Suzanne, she just
Absolutely.
beams. There's so many that they just come on and now they're, hey, let's do this.
Well, I'm there to build the momentum, and the thing is, it's not about me. I think that's really important. It's not about me. I'm creating the connection, and I hope that when I'm gone, when I'm not there anymore, somebody else will carry the torch, and that's really my purpose. Is that I'm just a vessel, I'm a vessel of God to provide this platform for others to grow.
That's wonderful. Well, I don't know if you've got any closing words you'd like to bring to the audience, but I am grateful that we have met. And yes, we're going to get our heads together on Monday and see about what collaboration we can do, because what we do is so complementary. How to speak, that's what I do, standing up. But you're encourage them into their own empowerment so they have the courage to come and learn how to speak. And to
Yes.
speak up. It
you
takes
and I,
courage.
you and I absolutely complement each other. That's why I love this interview, because that's why I want to talk to you on Monday about how we can collaborate, how we can improve the platform, how can we make it more useful for others. It's not just, like I said, it's not about me. I'm there to serve. So I'm now, I want to collaborate so that others can benefit. Like the more we can benefit from each other, from the platform and everybody's expertise, I think the more that we grow together.
And that's what I think we are hoping to inspire with this conversation, for just step up, stand up, speak up, be yourself, because we're everything we need to be. Everything we need to be. We're it. So are you, the people out there listening to us. Thank you so much, Rini. Uh,
You're, you're
where
welcome.
do people connect up with you?
Yes, if you're interested in joining the Women's Coffee Club, it's a Facebook group. So just search Women's Coffee Club and it'll show up, and then anybody can join that group as long as you're a woman. That's the
And it's
caveat.
free. And it's free.
It's free. It's free. It's free. And we welcome if you want to speak. The calendar is full for 2023, but if you have a topic you'd like to present for next year, let me know. Connect with me. My name is Riny Ledgerwood, as Sandra listed there. So feel free to message me if you would like to present or would like to attend, or you have any other questions.
Thank you, Rini. And I'm just going to say to you out in listening land, it is never too late and never too early to choose how you're going to design your future, because your future is in your hands. The good, the bad, the ugly, you're creating it. And that's what you get to choose, how you're going to show up tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Let it be meaningful for you and let it touch others. Thank you, Rini.
Thank you so much, Sandra, and bye everyone.
Bye,
Thank you so
everyone.
much. Bye.